The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network. What up, everybody? This is Relatable Radio, where it is always ladies' night. I'm Jackie, and I have here with me Amy.
Hello.
And Allison.
Ho, ho, ho.
And a very special guest, Katie.
Hi.
Taylor's here, but we're not getting a microphone.
I stole the microphone.
He's here. We're gonna share a microphone when
It's my microphone.
it is technically my Taylor's microphone, but this is our show.
You're married now. It's not
We're
his,
married
it's
now.
yours.
Yeah. What's
Wow.
yours is mine. What's mine is mine.
Except for that microphone.
Yeah. But we're sharing because Katie's here with us tonight, and she's a special guest, so we feel like she should have her own microphone.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Katie. Hi, everybody. I went to school to be a veterinary technologist. So that's what I've been doing for the last 12 years, is working at multiple veterinary hospitals. And right now I'm at Banfield Pet Hospital, which is a corporation. And there are, your ups and downs, which is going to be anywhere that you are.
I've also known you forever, and
Yeah,
Amy
me
has.
too.
Yes, we have known
Really
each other
long time.
since 8th grade, the both of you. 7th grade?
I think it was 7.
7th for you,
Yeah.
8th for him. Because
And I just met you at
he
the
moved-
wedding.
Yes. I know that we went to school together, but as I was
Yeah.
telling Jackie last night, I know we went to school together also. I never saw you
Yeah,
or you
right?
ever.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. I never saw Kevin the entire time we went to school together.
Really?
Yeah. No, didn't know him at all.
Weird.
At all.
So weird.
Interesting. I know I had classes.
There's
with that guy.
probably a reason for that.
Because I would have not liked
Not
him.
liked him.
That's why.
He needed time to mature.
He's changed a lot.
Yeah, by 19, he had really
Yeah.
done that.
Well, so I met Katie I met Katie 3 years ago when Taylor and I started dating.
Yes. And I was
So.
telling her last night that the thing that I remember about meeting Jackie for the first time was Taylor had introduced me to her, and then she immediately asked me, what color are my eyes? And do I wear mascara on the bottom lashes? That has stuck with me. So every single time I put mascara on for the last 3 years,
You think of Jackie.
I think of Jackie.
That's awesome.
Because I'm
Way
like,
to make an impression, Jackie.
I know.
Unforgettable.
And I told her it's because a friend of mine told me she thought it was weird that I didn't wear mascara on the bottom. And I'm like, my eyelashes are blonde, so any sort of extra color just freaked me out. Because I was pale. So it's like pale, and then I'm going to have like really dark eyes. And but I started to do it. I took the recommendation, and it was life-changing. So I tried to instill that on others around me.
it worked.
You don't do it. You don't have to do it heavy. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, props
Also,
to you.
for people that are obviously aren't here and can't see Katie, she likes to have different color hair all the time, which
Yes,
I love.
I
And I'm
do.
really liking what you've done.
the purple? Well,
yeah, I
thank
really
you.
like the purple.
It really didn't take to everywhere, and I need to
Doesn't
talk
always.
to.
Yeah.
I need to talk to you. At
here.
some point, I don't want to talk to you about it now and take up any time here about that. But it has to do with doing my hair for the wedding, which I'm pretty sure I've
Yes.
mentioned to you before.
Yes.
So we'll go
Yes,
over all
girl.
that. I am getting married next year, so that's another thing about me. Very excited about that.
About time.
I know we've been together for 10 years. We just celebrated that.
Wow.
You know what I was
Yeah,
thinking about the other
yeah.
day? I remember on Prospect, me and you were we were on my porch, and you were telling me that you had did you hit him up first? Like on Facebook or
No.
something? I remember
He-
you talking to me about I think
MySpace.
we're MySpace. See, that's how long you've been
MySpace.
together. It's
MySpace.
MySpace.
Yes.
Yes. And I remember you talking to me, and I was like, really? Because we had known AB forever.
Oh yeah.
And I remember you talking to me about I kind of like him, and
Mm-hmm.
10 years later,
Yeah, I
here
know.
we are.
It
It's
feels like such
crazy.
a long time ago, honestly. But yeah. So we finally popped the question after so long, and and everybody had the same exact reaction. It's about fucking time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Very
awesome.
exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you here with us. So.
Thank you very much.
I love AB, your fiance. He's the man.
He really is.
Every time we get together, I just have a great time with him, and you, obviously. But you mentioned the purple hair. I love, personally, my favorite that I've ever seen you with was at the Halloween party. I loved it.
With
Love,
the
love,
blonde,
love,
the
love,
yellow.
love.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It just looked rad. It was rad on you. And I don't even
Thank
use
you.
the word rad ever,
Thank you.
ever. That's just like what it made me feel like when I saw you. I was like, that's fucking rad.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because honestly, a lot of people liked it. And I first did it and it was, I bleached it. It turned out kind of yellow, which is, that's going to happen. And I was like, I don't know that I like this, but then I did it the next day. Like I washed it and actually like did my hair. And I went out to a couple stores shopping for the Halloween party. And I got compliments at every single place that I walked into. Every single place. And I was like, well, damn, maybe I should just keep it.
Yeah.
Well, then, of course, I always get bored. So my hair has now gone from blonde to gray to purple in the
liked
last
the gray.
like 2 or 3 weeks.
I
did
gray
too,
Looked really
yeah.
pretty.
It started to turn green, and I didn't want to
Yeah.
have to use toner shampoo every single day. And,
Yeah.
so my hair is just, it doesn't hold color very well. I don't know. That's a whole big subject that I could get into right now.
Well, do you have to wash? Do you wash your hair every day?
I do. With how short it is and my bed
Yeah.
head and I am a very greasy person, I guess. I get greasy pretty quickly.
I use baby powder
Yeah, I think I've tried that before and
at night.
at night.
You do it at night, and then you toss and turn. You work its way in. Maybe a little touch up in the morning.
Yeah.
I told my sister Maggie about baby powder. Not that she didn't know it existed, but
Right.
but she
Right.
uses it, and it's funny because she'd be like, "I forgot to buy baby powder. Can you bring some into work?" So here I am. It's just like a little travel size.
And you just kind of,
Yeah,
I'm doing like a
I
salt
don't-
shaker move on
yeah.
my head.
I
Is that what we're doing?
actually put it in my hands first, and then work it.
Okay.
Make sure your hands are clean though, because if your hands are greasy or dirty, you're
Well,
just
yeah.
adding
Right.
more
Right.
gunk to your hair.
Mm.
So
I'm going to give it a try and I'll let you know.
yeah.
And then every time that I do that, I'll think of you.
Yeah. I'm just so full of beauty tips. Allison, do you have any beauty tips this week by chance?
Oh.
Yeah. What
Just
do
to
you got?
put you on the spot.
For all these Christmas parties and things people are attending? And
I don't have any.
Wow.
What's
Not
a
off
good-
the top of my head?
What's a good like holiday season color? Like what like for like hair or like makeup or I don't know.
I mean, a lot of the golds and stuff are, holiday-ish and, glittery stuff. But a lot of people go dark in the winter.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing.
I do.
But
But is anybody coming into the salon and you're noticing like a specific either color or trend?
not lately, no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Like people who do like a balayage or
That's really big. A lot of
Yeah.
the colors now they're very natural looking.
okay.
Like nothing too,
Yeah. Nothing too crazy.
no chunky highlights or anything like that.
What year is it?
So,
We're in the recording world. It's Sunday night. So how was everyone's weekend?
Jackie, one of these times you're going to ask me and I'm going to be like, I did something cool. But
You did. When did you get your
I
tree? You
did
got
it.
your tree. When did you do that?
Amy, I did.
There's a story there. Apparently.
Who'd you fight? You fought someone,
No,
right?
I actually ended up getting a fake tree. Dun,
Did
dun,
you
dun.
really?
I did.
Why?
There's nothing
Because
wrong
Danny
with
hurt his back.
Oh yeah.
That was a big thing. And then Summer would eat all the pine needles.
Oh my God. There's
Every time she went to the tree, it'd be like, so the boys cried. They cried.
You scarred them again. Good
I was
job.
like, I'm ruining Christmas.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying.
Win.
Like,
They'll get
I-
over
yeah.
it.
so we talked to him and he was like, it looks fake. It's ugly. I hate it. I was like, now you're hurting my feelings.
Hmm.
So we put it up, decorated it, and they're like, oh, it's not so bad.
Not so
Yeah.
bad.
So I didn't ruin Christmas.
And
at a
it's
time.
reusable. You're
Right.
saving
And I
money.
said, next year we can go get our tree, and this fake tree can go in your room.
That's
Oh,
fun.
There you go.
So,
For the win.
yeah.
So
So
they
they're
probably
into
like
it
that
now.
idea.
Yeah. And we got an elf on the shelf.
You've never had one before?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I'm killing it. I'm like so excited at night. I'm like, let's do
Give
this.
it a few weeks and let's see how you feel about it. My
Yeah.
elf's been around forever.
You got a while.
I just hope I don't forget. I really hope I don't forget.
You will.
Just
and that's
throw
when you
it.
tell the kids that they were really bad and that's why the elf didn't move.
oh my
No, just kidding.
God.
You
or
could.
here's the thing. I'll tell them
Or if
that
they touched it.
Yeah, because
You know,
they
if they
lose the
touch it,
magic.
then
if
they
they
Right.
touch
touch
They
it.
won't,
You
yeah,
can't
they won't
it.
touch it.
No, my kids are psycho about like they won't even like get near it because they're so terrified that they're going to accidentally brush up against it.
You could always lie and say Summer touched it when you were at school. It didn't move.
Or tell them that I'll pull like, oh, you went to bed late. You guys didn't go to bed on time last night because they never do. And he didn't have any time.
I'll just
go
like
see
throw them
Santa.
across the room
That
where they
works
come
too.
down the
Or like
steps.
distract really fast.
Yeah,
And then just
Just tell him that the elf is comfortable.
that's true.
He overslept or something.
Yeah.
He's just comfy.
Have you seen the picture of the elf that they wrap like tape around his leg and they say his leg's
Yes,
broken?
I did.
And he needs
I
to like
showed-
rest for 2
I
weeks.
showed Blake, and he was like, "Oh, that poor elf! Like he was totally heartbroken for this thing."
Did you tell them one day that it was all
fake.
bullshit?
The kids across the street tried to tell him it was something we moved.
Did you punch him in the face?
Well, Danny told me late at night, so I couldn't do anything about it. Probably on purpose. But Danny sat them down and told them like it's because they don't believe. So obviously the elf isn't gonna,
No,
you
not
know,
going to come to
do
their house.
anything for them.
Yeah.
So
too
they were
late
like,
for
"Oh,
them."
okay.
Katie, I saw pictures of your Christmas tree.
Yes.
You have a
Oh,
very
yes.
very interesting
Yeah.
spin on your
Which
Christmas
we
tree
should
and your
probably
decor.
put a picture up on.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
so people can see this
Oh,
tree.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about why your Christmas decor is a little bit different than most people's Christmas decor?
Well, I mean, first of all, our tree is in front of a like 3 by 5 foot framed poster of Frankenstein.
Huh?
And then on the tree, we have a tradition that we started last year. We just bought our house last year. So this is our second Christmas in our house. So our first Christmas, we had gotten a Beetlejuice ornament.
Mhm.
And so I made up this tradition that every year he is the very first thing to be put on the tree. So that's
So
like,
cool. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep that. I mean, it's small, but I didn't forget it. I searched for him in the boxes first before Andrew could touch anything. But I mean that's really the only reason that
But like
it's
Halloween is like your guys'
it's our thing.
holiday.
Yeah.
It's our
Like your
thing.
engagement pictures were fucking
Yes.
Oh my
amazing.
God. Those are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are year round
Dark
Halloween.
and-
We have
dark
to
and
tie it in
twisted.
somewhere.
Dark and twisted.
Our house is just framed pictures of Michael Myers, framed pictures of Dracula.
And that's what your engagement photos were, was you guys being stalked by Michael Myers.
Yes, we
So
did.
cool.
We did our cute little sweet part. We had our dog Mumford there with us, so we took a couple pictures with him, a couple pictures with just us, and then she took us to a place that was just like this open field, and then there was just like a pile of trees. Not pile, but I mean they were straight down, coming out of the ground. But it was just like a strange, just little tiny forest, and it had a little pathway going through it. It was perfect for pictures. So we went through there and had a couple cute pictures in there. But then we had our friend Chris dress up as Michael Myers, and he, was popping out behind the tree with his arm up and the knife, and
And you had a little sign that said Haddonfield.
welcome to Haddonfield.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a tin sign that I had gotten Andrew for a Christmas present a few years ago.
Okay.
So we brought that with us just to kind of, authenticate a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they turned out really well. And then
Yeah,
Andrew
they were
went
great.
and photoshopped a few of them, blood on our backs, like when we were laying down, blood on our backs and on the knife. Because
Mm-hmm.
we brought fake blood with us. I mean, you saw the picture with our hands, you
Yeah.
know. So I asked the photographer if we should put it onto the knife. And she was like, no, you're probably not even going to be able to see the knife all that well. You could see the knife plain as day. So
Yeah.
it would have been fine had we put it on there, but whatever. He's artistic and good with the computer. So he's, he fixed it. But yeah, that's pretty much our life, and our house is just Halloween.
Perfect match.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, like,
Awesome.
do you like my skeleton? I just hung a stocking in his hand.
Oh, I do. I did see
I
him up
tried.
there the other day. Are you going to take him to? I think you should just keep him up there and put different, holiday
Yeah.
things on him.
Like
what
a
I'm going to try
heart
to do.
yeah.
Heart
Get
for
bunny
Valentine's Day,
ears
bunny
and-
ears.
Yeah.
I know. I want to get a Santa hat, but I need to find one that's going to fit his head.
Mm.
Make your own.
Yeah, make it out of felt. Tape it up there.
Felt super cheap.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You could even just get like a smaller stocking. Like they make super small stockings like that one with the red and white and put it on his head.
Maybe. We have extra I think Santa hats at work that we use to decorate. I'll just bring that and it'll just look really funny and be really big on his head. That's what I'm gonna do.
I like it.
It's awesome.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. He's only scared me once, by the way.
It's impressive.
The entire time that we've had it. Normally it's like every day, like, ah. But I think it's when I was outside, like quick cleaning up, and this was like a week or two ago, and I turned around to come in, and I was like, "Oh, skeleton got me."
You guys have your Christmas tree up now too.
Yep, we
Looks
put it up
nice.
last Sunday.
All the little animals underneath.
Did you
Very
see
cute.
Sheila? Sheila's hanging. She's our starfish.
Yes, I did say Sheila.
She likes long walks on the beach and sunbathing all day. She's basically fun in the sun.
And Taylor picked that out, right?
Well, so we were in a store and it was like buy 3, get the 4th one free.
Okay.
So we're looking for the 4th. And I jokingly was like, this is it. This is the one. And he was like, done. And I was like, no, no. Like there's way other like really cute and beautiful ornaments. I'm like, he's like, no, this is the one. I'm like, listen, I'm going to get in line here. Once I'm at the register, you cannot take it back. Like, this is it. And he kept kind of looking around. I'm like, are you going to change your mind on this? He's like, no. I was like, well, we're going to have to name her because she needs a name, obviously. And he was like, Sheila.
Sheila.
I'm like, Lord,
Sheila the
I got to stop
starfish.
bringing you to these Christmas shops with this weird looking moose wearing a sheep
Oh,
fur
he's so cute though.
sweater
Yes, cute.
with his crooked eyes. He's cross-eyed.
Sheila's cute too. Sheila's cute too. She is. She's special. She's a special starfish. And she's
I feel
on
like
our
they had a
Christmas tree.
moment.
Yeah,
We
right.
did. Well, because like we're walking around and this place was crazy. So like they had a whole bunch of walls just
Most
lined
places do.
with
Yeah.
with just lined with Christmas ornaments, right? Of all kinds. And where we found Sheila, it was all like beach themed. Like there was beach balls, there was other, palm trees, different stuff. And then they had ones for all kinds of different states, different cities, different countries, They had lawnmower ornaments. They had
yeah.
tractor ornaments.
Where
They had
is this? Where'd you guys go?
the Philadelphia Premium Outlets.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, they don't pay us. And we go in there, and we're looking around, and we see all these. There's a whole bunch of them that we could get, and they're nice. And we already got a commemorative ornament for our wedding. We have that. We don't need another one. We don't need a cute thing. We don't need something. And we're looking, and she's like, "Well, this one." I'm like, "Done. That's the one. It's cute. It's got a bikini on. It's a starfish." And why not?
And you know what? From now on, that ornament will probably
Yeah.
be your favorite.
We we were talking about it on the way home because I was like, I can't believe you made me buy that starfish. Of course, I gave her a problem, an attitude about it, or whatever. But no, we're gonna see it every year and just think of a nice Saturday that we had. We had a nice Saturday together. We went out. We did some Christmas shopping. We went to the Sixers game before that, the night before. So we've had a nice weekend together, and Sheila was a huge part of that weekend.
We like making memories. So when Taylor posts pictures, if you haven't noticed, a lot of them are black and white
Mhm.
because to him, it's a memory.
It's not a
That's
memory if
why.
it's color.
She asked me one time, why do you always post them in black and white? I was like, because it's a memory. It's in the past.
Oh my
She
god!
just started cracking up.
Okay.
And like, I was half serious, but that half serious is definitely,
You're serious.
Yeah.
that's real. Like, I just look at it and I'm just like, whoa. Unless
You know,
it's like a
most
picture of
your
like a
album
sunrise.
covers and your song covers are also in black and white. You
They're
just
all
have a
black and
thing.
white. Yeah.
They're black
It's
and
just-
white.
I
Now
like
that
it because
thinking about it.
You can kind of figure it out for yourself what you think something looks like. Unless it's like a beautiful sunrise or sunset or something that requires color to truly appreciate it, black and white's fine. I mean, think about it. Sometimes you take a picture and like the lighting's off or like there's shadows somewhere that you don't want it to be.
There's adjustment settings for that, Taylor.
Yeah, but if you just turn it to black and
Saying.
white, it's done. It's done.
So it's a
Everything's
laziness
fine.
thing?
Yeah, it's laziness.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Everything's
laziness.
fine.
It looks
fine.
cool.
It's just fine.
If you hate the way you look in the picture, just put it in black and white. You'll
That's
probably
very
like it a lot
true.
better.
Yeah.
Very true.
That is
So
good.
a lot of
That's a
times
good
I'm
point.
like, I'm just not going to take a good picture tonight, and then he's just like black and white.
Oh,
I'm like,
it's
oh,
fine.
we
I
look
love it.
amazing. That's your beauty tip for the week.
Yeah, black and white.
So yeah, we had a busy little Saturday. Sixers game was awesome. They ended up winning against the Wizards 123-98. So it's kind of a blowout. We're living that lower level lifestyle. So normally I go and I try to find the most reasonable priced seats. Most times it's like 200 level, nosebleed, whatever. And I found tickets and they were like $100 each. So I was like, I'm doing it. We got decent price tickets for Flyers, lower level. Then we went to Sixers lower level. Like, we're gonna eventually get lower level Eagles tickets one day when they're not so expensive.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just dreaming.
We were talking about it after the Sixers game. Is that I've come to the conclusion that and by the way, lower level for Friday night, we were at the Sixers. We were 19 rows up.
You had great
It
seats.
was awesome.
Yeah.
But we were talking about it when we left. I think I've come to the conclusion that going to NBA games are my favorite sporting event to attend live.
Why?
They're faster paced. So like there's way less time in between quarters and in between halves.
Yeah.
So like hockey, there's 20 minutes in between each period because they got to bring the Zambonis out and do all this stuff. And it's just like, da-da-da-da-da. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. Football, I feel like there's a ton of time before the game, not a ton of time in between quarters, but halftime is long. And also there's just a lot of stoppages on the field. Like they stop in between every play. They stop every time they have to kick the ball. Because you think about it, every time you watch it on TV and there's a
I
commercial
feel like
break.
we're on Might Be Sports.
But basketball, it was. My point is that it's like it's super.
Wrap it up.
Well, if you guys have never been to an NBA game, you should because it's fun and fast paced. It's awesome.
Oh my god!
This is what you get on ladies' night.
He's watching the game right now on his phone. So we're lucky he's actually paying attention to us because when he's watching from his phone, he's like, "What? What happened? What are we talking about?" So I'm proud of you.
It's not the Eagles.
What?
Yeah. What Amy, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, we had a very eventful weekend, but on Friday we spur of the moment, we're like, oh, we're gonna go see Santa. I had to go to the mall to pick up a baptism gift for my nephew. So I'm like, oh, while we're there, we went really early. Of course, we went at like 5:15, thinking, oh, it's early, but Santa doesn't even come out until 6. So I'm like, fuck. Okay, well, we got 45 minutes to wait. So we're in line, we're waiting, we're good. We're like, by the time we got there, we were like in the house where the line is, right? So it's like we're on the home stretch of the line for Santa. There wasn't that many people. And all of a sudden there's all this commotion by like the computers and the camera and stuff. And like all the helpers are like on their phones and like they're like putting a fan next to the computer. And I'm like, oh, fuck this.
Santa's missing.
No, Santa was there.
Okay.
Santa was there. But apparently they were having technical difficulties and everything shut down.
Oh,
So
no.
the line shut down.
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
oh my God, really? Like we're sitting there and I'm like, okay. But Santa at Exton Mall is awesome. He's amazing.
Mhm.
So like comes out and he's like, oh, let's do some stretches. He's like, parents, if you're not holding a kid, you have to do stretches too. So he starts doing stretches, but I realize what he's doing as he's starting. He's doing the YMCA. He's like, oh, put your arms up like this and then put them on your head and then bend to the side. And then we did stretches. He went and gave all the kids that he could like reach a high five, which my kids were like super hype about. And then he was like, oh, does anybody have any jokes? So then like all the kids are like telling him jokes and then he's like saying them out loud and like doing the punchlines. And Cole is like a huge joke kid. Like he loves telling jokes. So he was very excited that Santa told his joke.
What was the joke?
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
Wait, I don't get it.
That's
What is
that's
it?
one of my
Say it
favorite
again.
jokes.
Wait, hold on. Say it again.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
What?
Shh.
You take the
Fish.
Oh.
You take the eyes out. It's
Got it. Got it.
Did Kev tell any of his dad jokes?
No, Kevin, his back was hurting, so he had gone to like sit like a distance away. Lucky.
He didn't want to do any stretches.
No, he didn't do the Santa stretches. Probably would have done him some good.
Yeah.
And then we ended up leaving because we were like, "Fuck this! I can't. Nope, done."
Oh, that's a
Done.
shame. I'd
But
be like,
no,
I
but
need
but I was
a
telling the
free
kids, right?
picture.
Seriously. But I was like, I'm like, guys, first of all, we're gonna come back and be able to sit on his lap and tell him what we want. I'm like, but even better than that, you guys got to like hang out with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is we can be
Some
done right here. I'm not spending the $40
authentic-
for a stupid picture.
Yeah.
We're good. Not that
Yeah.
they would let me do that. But
Authentic hang
Right.
time.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, you guys, like, that's awesome. Brag about that at school on Monday.
Right.
Yeah. And then we babysat my nephew on Saturday. And then his baptism was today. It was a busy weekend.
Yeah. You guys are busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie, what'd you do?
Oh, I wish that I could say mine was,
Yeah.
you know,
We should
exciting.
just hang
as
out
well.
together.
I really do. That was like the highlight of my weekend was going to Wesso's with you last night.
She had a rough day at work. So I was like, if you want to meet up for a drink, like I'm just supposed to be on Might Be News because Kev can't make it and we're going to record probably around 8. So she's like, that would be wonderful. So we decided to do Wesso's and then Taylor's like, does she just want to be on the show? So it kind of worked out.
I was like, yes.
so
that's
Wesso's
awesome.
You
to
guys
hear-
walk?
No.
Oh.
We drove to meet there and then,
Is it? Okay.
Drove
It's right here, right?
yeah, it's
Literally
right
across the street,
right
yeah.
across the
Okay.
street.
That's what I thought.
So,
But-
Katie, you're doing like your little celebrity tour
Yeah.
of the Might Be News Network.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know that I could be part of Might Be Sports. Andrew probably could. Honestly, he could talk.
Oh, yeah, he's
a
a
lot
sports
about
guy.
that, but I could not.
He's a
be
Blackhawks
on-
fan, isn't he?
He
Yeah, like,
is.
yeah.
I mean, we do like the. Well, I say we loosely. You know, we do like the Flyers as well, but the Blackhawks are the big part.
his team.
The big part in the house. Yeah. And Might Be Brews. I don't like beer. Unless it's sour beer. That's the only thing that I'd be able to, talk about. But yeah. So other than last night being on the show and meeting you at Wesso's, I had a shit day at work, which was, it is what it is. But then that was my weekend. Honestly, that was my weekend. Today I made some gluten-free macaroni and cheese in the crock pot.
Oh,
That was my
Was it
fucking
good?
day.
Good.
No,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
it was
Okay.
terrible. Gluten-free stuff is just awful. But
Yeah.
Andrew has to eat gluten-free now. Gluten-free, soy-free, sugar-free.
Wow.
It's
Jeez.
hard. It's very hard. We went grocery shopping today and we spent almost $300.
At Whole
because
Foods or something?
God.
Go to
we
Whole
went to
Foods?
Acme.
And
We
how
went to
long?
Acme.
How long will those groceries last you?
3
Hopefully
days.
at least I'm hoping 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm really hoping. But gluten-free stuff is expensive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculously expensive. And I, splurged on the $3.99 box of Betty Crocker gluten-free brownies because, he can't eat regular stuff. So I want him to be able to,
A little special
Right.
treat
Yeah.
for him, something that
Yeah.
might taste good.
every
You
once
put-
in a
Yeah,
while.
Do you
right.
put chocolate chips in it?
I mean, I would if I had any, but I'm pretty
You
sure
guys
that they
ask
are.
the same question.
I do. I ask
Yeah.
the same question every show.
Because I talked about the desserts I made for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and Allison's like, I can only eat brownies if there's something in them, like chocolate chips. I'm like, I do put chocolate chips in mine.
Right.
So
I like
that's why
buying
she's
the
asking.
chunky ones, the ones with
Yeah,
the
the
giant
chunks
chunks of
of
chocolate
chocolate.
in
Yeah,
there.
that's
They're so
good.
good.
Definitely.
The Wawa brownies.
I don't know if I've ever had a Wawa brownie.
Oh my God.
Taylor,
You
they,
need to-
they,
yes.
are they good?
Thumbs
Yeah.
up.
I should probably not have them then because I don't want them all the
Right.
time.
I think I
Yes.
would probably
Oh.
heat it up in the microwave, honestly.
I've done it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Taylor's giving me a
Pretty
thumbs
good.
up.
Absolutely. Put a little ice cream on there, maybe some
Yeah.
whipped cream.
I'm one of those weirdos. I don't like warm brownies.
Really?
No,
Mm.
I like them like maybe room temperature. I don't mind them cold because I don't know. I'd probably burn my mouth or something.
Mm.
They're just
I'm
a
pretty-
little warm. So they're a
No.
little like, yeah, just
And
a
when
gooey and-
when
Yeah,
I get
especially
when
with
we get a
whatever you put
dessert,
in is like
when we get a
coming
dessert
out.
that's like brownie with ice cream on top, I want basically just the ice cream with a little bit of brownie. It's not that I don't like, I don't know. I just prefer ice cream over brownies.
because it's cold.
Cold, yeah.
Hmm.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more Relatable Radio.
Taylor Cooper here, reminding you to check out Might Be Sports every Wednesday on the Might Be News Network. You can find it on all major streaming platforms. Me, Kevin Reevey, and CJ talk to insiders about all kinds of different sports. Check us out. Rapid fire stories, go to the week, every Wednesday. Might Be News Network.
Welcome back to Relatable Radio. We were just on break and we were talking, so I want to pick up where we're heading on this conversation. What's everybody watching? Or we left the last episode saying we were going to watch some Netflix movies.
Yeah. I did.
Some of us did our homework.
Some of us didn't.
You
Apparently.
know. So
Yeah.
Katie
How'd that
didn't
go,
do
Allison?
her.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can blame me, but I actually watched those movies. Well, some of them.
You know, I did watch. I have been watching a lot of Christmas movies,
That's
Yes.
all I
Yeah.
all of the ones that I watched were the
and
Netflix.
it
Give me
was
some
like-
titles.
I mean, I watched.
Did you watch the Christmas calendar?
Yes,
I have not watched that
Did you watch
Princess
the Princess
Switch.
Switch?
Yeah,
Yep.
I watched that.
they all have such weird
Christmas
names.
Chronicles.
Yeah, that was my most recent,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved it.
Yeah, the boy. We watched that with the boys. It was
It
awesome.
was really good.
Mhm.
Did
Really, really
Kev
good.
like it?
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I
His
don't know if
opinion
he's
doesn't
like,
count.
that's so stupid.
No, he loves Christmas. Loves
Okay.
Christmas. So he probably liked it.
Okay.
I didn't ask. I don't really care.
I took
But
a
Kids
nap.
liked it.
I took a nap
all that
till
matters.
Lifetime. Lifetime was on. I fell asleep and I woke up and Taylor's like, this movie's god awful.
Yeah,
He
they
was
are.
in the other room just listening to it. And then I was like, you're right. And it's really disappointing because it had I don't know her, I can't remember her name, Blossom. The girl that played Blossom growing up.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And I was like, I really thought she'd act better.
Eh.
She didn't.
I watched. What was the really bad one? The Christmas Inheritance.
Watched
I
it.
saw it.
Oh wait, so I'm watching
saw
the
it.
movie and I'm like,
How infuriating is it?
first of all, it was so bad. I mean, like
Wait,
good,
remind me
corny
of
bad.
which one that is
She,
because
her,
I'm getting
so
them all
she's like the
confused.
Harris that she like is a partier and her dad's like, no, you need to go to my hometown and deliver these
She's
letters.
the chick on
the blonde
the
chick.
The
100.
100, yes.
Yes.
And so I'm watching the scenes and they're doing these like close up scenes of like the street on the car and like them walking through the quote unquote snow. It's fucking foam and it's so obvious. And then
Yeah.
once I saw it, I'm like, guys, like that you couldn't sprinkle a little bit of something on it to make it's
Right.
foam. Like obviously, do not do close up shots of the feet of walking through snow when it's not snow. It's foam.
Mm.
Like it was really bad. It's like shaving cream. I'm like, what are you guys doing? That
And
was
I
That
did
movie,
horrible.
I
Yeah, it
watched
was
it.
bad.
I watched it, and it infuriated me. She wanted she had to take a bus, and she was like,
Where's the call button?
"Where's the call button?" And the woman's like, "Have you ever been on a bus before?"
She couldn't find her seat. I don't know how to find my seat.
Like, you just sit wherever. There's nobody's gonna come serve you drinks. So
And, like-
do you think there's a kitchen back there?
But here's the thing. What has she been that sheltered?
Yeah.
Right? Even if you've never been on a bus, if you never watched a movie with someone
Right.
riding a bus, or
Yeah.
you're dumb.
I was
I
mad
don't
because
Mhm.
they had her doing those flips. She's doing like
Right
gymnastics
into the.
tree.
They
But
made it look like she was drunk. She was just trying to raise money.
she's trying to raise money, but it was like, first off, why would she do that? Like
In a
clear as
dress.
day, in a dress,
In
you
a
can see
dress.
her underwear.
Yeah,
Who's watching these movies?
we are.
What's the
we are.
So what's the point of this movie that you're talking about?
She has to learn. Like she went there with no money. She's just a little bit of
her
cash.
dad didn't let her take her credit cards.
No
she
credit
only
cards. She
had
had
$100.
She had to go under a different name, an alias, so nobody knew who she was. And she learned a life lesson, like to not
To help
be
people.
to help
and-
people,
yeah.
not be into material things.
And
Fall
she
in love
also
in the
fell in
process.
love and broke up with her fiance all at
Right.
the same time.
That guy was ugly.
Right?
Wait, the fiance? No, the new guy.
Yes. The
new
Yeah,
guy.
The fiance was
And the-
hot.
there was
Yeah, the
no
other guy wasn't.
chemistry. There was
No.
like I wanted a good kiss, and there was nothing. I
No,
was like, ugh.
Yeah.
no,
Are these all Lifetime Christmas
Netflix.
no.
movies?
This was Netflix.
That was Netflix? Okay.
Did you guys also notice all of the everybody on the Netflix original movies at some point watched Netflix,
Yes.
and they showed the screen
Yeah.
with
Yes.
all the other
Free
Netflix original movies.
advertisement.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
So
Katie,
what
what are some Netflix movies you've watched?
I mean, I did watch the Christmas Chronicles one, and we did like that for the most part.
It was cheesy. The kids sucked.
Yeah.
The acting for the kids. I was like, I want to slap her.
It was a little the acting was obvious that they were acting,
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it was a great movie anyway. I love Kurt Russell. So,
Yeah,
he was,
you know,
great.
great.
He was
It was great,
perfect.
yeah.
It was a really cool spin on Santa. That he was
He's
like
a badass
little- He's a
Santa.
badass Santa, exactly.
Yeah.
But can we stop getting Santa locked up?
You gotta
that's
get him locked up.
true.
That scene in the jail with all the
Yeah.
instruments, he
Yeah.
was jamming
Yeah,
out.
He was actually. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
But I did think as soon as he went into prison, I thought of Tim Allen being, in the Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
what was
Santa
that
Claus.
called? The Santa Claus.
That
yeah.
might have been why they did it, was like a throwback to that. But
It could have
also
been.
that band, I know at least one of them, I think it was the whole band, but I think it was the E Street Band.
Oh, really?
Bruce
Oh.
Springsteen's band.
Oh, I didn't know
I know
that.
at least the one guitarist was, but I'm pretty sure all of them were
Oh,
from
shit.
the E
Cool.
Street Band. Yeah.
I'm wondering if there were more Easter eggs in that movie that if we rewatched
There
it,
had to have
thinking
been.
about it. Yeah.
Because Goldie
I'll-
Hawn was in the
I'll
end.
go on-
She was
Right.
Mrs. Claus.
I'll go on IMDb and see if there's any trivia about it.
Yeah.
And do some research.
There's
That's
got-
how I learn a lot of my trivia. IMDb. You go on there, and like 2 hours later, you're like, "Whoa,
yeah.
what year is it?
What happened?
Where am I?"
What year is it?
It sucks you, and you go, "Oh, well, I didn't realize this person was related to this person, or they starred in this movie.
Right.
Oh, wow, and
Right.
what
Yeah.
role were they?" And so I watched a non-Christmas movie. Was one that you recommended to all
Yeah.
the boys I loved before.
All the
Yes.
boys I love.
Yeah,
Sure.
Did you
And
watch it?
we watched it like way back when it came
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
And they just said they were coming out with another one.
Yes.
Which I'm excited about.
Yes.
That one still wasn't as good as the Kissing Booth, but it was still good.
Kissing Booth is really good.
So good.
I actually think I kind of liked it more than Kissing Booth.
Really?
I liked the acting better. The Kissing Booth was at times
it
a
was little
awkward.
sometimes. Yeah, but I like the storyline.
I like the storyline. I do like the storyline, but I loved the main girl in To All the Boys I Loved Before.
She's
Yeah.
so pretty.
She is so
Yeah.
pretty.
But
I like
not
the story.
like traditional pretty.
Right.
I reviewed it on Late Review.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, thanks, Allison. I had to rewatch it because I literally fell asleep in the 10 to 15 minutes. So I missed the fact that the letters that got sent and the boys coming up to her with the letters in their hands.
Like the
I
most
missed all that.
important part.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Way to go.
So, but that was it. That, literally about 10, maybe 15 minutes I missed. I rewatched it all
I
prior
kind of
to
want
the
to
show.
slap her in that movie. Like you're being dumb. Like he's obviously super into you.
Yeah.
You're being like,
She's
come on.
guarded. It's
Right.
I know
okay.
Yeah.
she's guarded.
That was
but
probably
come
me in
on.
I was pretty guarded in high school. So I get it.
After hearing about it last night and today, I really do need to watch that.
Yeah,
you
I
do.
do.
Well,
good.
it gives me that. I
Yeah.
get that warm, fuzzy
Yeah,
feeling.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like an 18-year-old girl again.
Right?
It does. It totally takes
Kissing
you.
Booth
yeah.
did that to me too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
All the
sure.
good feels.
God damn it.
Love it.
Well, another show that you guys need to watch if you haven't yet. This is not girly girl at all,
Okay.
honestly. It is the Netflix original Frontier with
Okay.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's enough reason right
That
there
is.
to watch.
That's the reason
Over-
why I
I'll
started to
binge
watch
and
it.
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason I started because
He's quite a
he's
man.
hella hot.
Yeah.
Hella.
But the show is also good. It's
Some sexy music now.
it's like back in like set like colonial days. They're red coats and everything, and it's like fur trading. And
What does he do? Like, what's the story?
Yeah.
basically he steals fur from the main trading company of England,
Gotcha.
and then sells them for money. So he's like
Oh, okay.
outlaw guy, and everybody's after him, and
Yeah, he is.
yeah, he
Yeah.
is in
I'm
real
gonna
life.
be
honest.
honest. I have
I'd be
no
after
idea
him.
who you're talking
Oh,
about.
wait. Somebody pull up
Oh
their
my
phone right
goodness.
now.
He plays
Right,
Alvin
get on it again.
Phones.
IMDb. IMDb.
Yes.
I'm going. That's where I go.
He's in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she didn't watch Game of Thrones, and that's why you don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's something you need to get on
Okay.
too, but we won't even get into that.
I had a feeling it was him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scroll through for a while. She might be a
Any
little
shirtless
distracted. Oh, there's bound to be because
There-
a lot
he
of
never
those
has a shirt
pictures are
on.
going to be.
Wasn't he just on SNL?
I don't know.
I
Fine.
believe he was
Don't-
just on SNL this weekend. Maybe it might have been last
Oh,
night.
maybe
Is that
he
his
was
what? No, I
the
don't know
maybe he
who
was
that
the
is.
guest because Anderson .Paak was the musical guest.
Yes,
Was he the?
I believe he was because I heard them
Okay.
talking
now
about it
we're
on the radio last
definitely
week.
gonna go watch it.
Because I forget which station I was listening to, but the chick on it she's like, they were talking about how many times he'd have his shirt off. And she's like, well, like at least 7. And the guy was like, well, not how many times you want him to have his shirt off. How many times do you actually think he's going to have his shirt off? She's like, well, I just want him to be topless the whole time. Like, I'm with you on that.
Does he have his shirt off a lot in the show that you're talking about?
Actually, no. I was just going to bring that point up. I mean, probably a couple times, but I mean, most of the shirts are like, I mean, this is back in colonial
Do you
days.
have them like unbuttoned halfway? And
Yeah.
they're all,
It's like the V-neck with like the little strings.
Do you have like
that hang
tight pants
down.
on?
He does.
I got my tight pants.
You've seen Allison's face.
Amy.
One thing that bothers me about that show is looking at his boots. They have a rubber sole on them.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm looking at everybody's boots, and like their outfits are pretty on point until you look at their shoes.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the women's shoes, I actually can't recall looking at the women's shoes now, but because I saw his boots, now I'm looking
You're
at everybody's
focusing
boots.
on it.
And I'm like, these boots have like the little metal clasps on them that you like wrap the lace around.
Okay.
I'm like, these are not.
Right.
These are
Period.
military boots.
They
Like, they're
probably
not-
thought like in Shawshank Redemption, what like Andy says at the end, like no one really notices a man's shoes.
Not true.
Is that what
Obviously.
he says?
Yeah.
Because he walks out. No, because he walks
Because
out
yeah.
wearing
The nice shoes.
Yeah, he had the nice shoes.
That he had
He
box
put his crappy shoes
in
in the
bu-
box. Yeah,
Yeah.
smart man. I love that movie.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Wait, I also watched The Christmas Prince,
I watched
I
that
didn't
too.
watch that one
and
yet.
then the Royal Wedding. I watched that one. That was the
Okay, I
sequel
watched.
to that.
Yep.
Did you watch both?
Yep.
What did you guys think of the Princess Switch?
I liked it.
Yeah, I really did.
I
I
liked
love
it.
Vanessa.
I didn't like
Yeah.
her short hair. I didn't like her haircut. The princess haircut. I think it was dumb. But
I have no idea where you're
you
I
should have
no
been
input.
like, no, let me redo
I
that
thought.
for you.
I think she's so cute.
Oh, she is.
Yeah,
but she would have
I-
been cuter with a different haircut. Just
I mean,
throwing
if
it
she
out there.
didn't wear it down the center, with that short hair, I think it'd
Like,
be
come on, bitch, part that shit.
I know, right? I think it'd give her more edge, but I think she's cute.
It was good.
She is really
I liked
good.
it. And the guy, the prince, was from something, and I can't remember. I'm watching it the whole time, and I'm like, "Oh, you look so familiar."
IMDb.
I'm on it.
They don't pay us.
Let's see.
They're
let's
about
see. His
to.
name was it Edward, right? The
Yeah,
character?
yeah. What has he been in recently? Something.
Do you watch TV show like Nashville? It says
Yes,
Nashville.
he was in Nashville. Yes, I watched that when I was on
Gunner
maternity leave.
Scott.
Gunner, yes, and it threw me off because of his accent, and I was like, "Wait, he was Southern in Nashville." That's exactly what it was. Thank you, IMDb/Jackie.
Whoop whoop. That's what I'm here for.
And the other love interest, Kevin, is that what his name? Kevin? I should probably remember that. Considering
Yes.
it's Kevin.
Yeah.
Which I did not find him attractive really at all the whole time. Like, he's got weird
Yeah.
hair, and I'm like, what? But that scene when he came in without his shirt on,
Right.
I think we all
totally
thought the same
everything.
thing.
I was like, whoa.
I loved her reaction. She was like, "Yep."
Somehow this episode is girlier than the episode about vaginas. Like somehow this
The
episode is
vagina
like more
episode
girly.
was more medical. I feel
You're
like.
right. No, it was all medical. Yeah.
No, I do have on that subject though.
Thanks
So-
for bringing up badges.
Yeah, I
While we're
have. I do
talking
have something I
about
want
it.
to talk about. So I went to the OBGYN last week for the first time in like way longer than it should have been. Whatever. And so I'm sitting there, and I want to know if anyone else does this or if it's
Oh,
just me.
okay.
First of all, I take very special care before I go to the doctor to make sure everything's like
Right.
well shaved. It
Mhm.
looks
Tip
nice.
top shape.
Because I mean, obviously he sees vaginas all day, but like I want to make sure that like
Yours is a special vagina.
It's not, I don't want him to like walk out of the room and be like, "That was the worst vagina I saw all day
Oh
long."
my God.
Yeah.
You see those lips?
But I also, as I'm sitting in the waiting room, I'm looking around and I'm like, "Well, this chick's like
You judge other people's
like-
vaginas? I do
80
too.
years old."
Right. I'm like, I'm sure she has a bush. So my vagina is going to be better than her vagina.
There was this really, really old woman that went in like right before me. Like, I'm good to follow that up.
Right.
I'm golden.
What have I done?
It's so true.
I actually have an update on my issue.
Yes, how is
I
that going?
went on Thursday. I took the whole day off, and I saw a nurse practitioner, and she saw the one, which I knew. And then I was like, what about the one on my cervix? And she goes, to be honest, I'm surprised the doctor even said anything about that one. It is so small.
Oh,
These are
that's
so
good.
common for the cervix. Sometimes they grow and you have to get them removed. Sometimes they go away on their own. It's really nothing to be alarmed about. They're non-cancerous.
Good.
I was like, well, how big is it? She was hemming and hawing, like she couldn't judge it to anything. And I was like, a pea? And she was like, smaller.
Oh.
I'm like, nice.
For
That's
rice?
awesome.
Then she goes, do you want this other one removed? I'm like, well, yeah, we can do it today. Sure, I'm here. Why not?
Yeah.
She thought
You're
she could.
already up there.
She thought, right. I'm like, you're already seeing me
Yeah.
here, lady. Like, so she thought she could just drain it, like based off of the field. She thought it was just fluid in there, and it wasn't. So, and I just mentioned to them, I always go and see a female doctor to get my paps done. And who waltzes through the door but a male? And then she looked at me and she was panicked. She's like, is this all right? And I'm like, well, he's kind of already seen me. It is what it is. Like, so he was looking, he's like, all right, well, I'm going to have, like, we'll cut you open. We'll give you lots of local so that you don't feel anything. It is the weirdest fucking feeling, though. Because I feel at any moment these stitches are going to rip out.
They're in there right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm stitched up. I have 2 layers of stitches.
Oh.
The thing was, he said it was like 3 centimeters.
Did it hurt?
No.
No.
Because they had me numbed.
Do you miss it?
No. But I did
miss it.
I did
A piece of you.
I did
you
miss
name
it. I was like, listen, if you don't remove this today, I'm going to have to name it. And
Right.
It's going to be a part of
Yeah.
it. So let's get this thing removed. And he's like, you're actually handling this a lot better than like most people. A lot of people, the second you start touching down here, they're very.
Yeah, like tensed up.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I was like,
No, it's fine.
Sir.
Yeah, bring in more people.
Yeah.
Get all up in there. I
I
have the
know.
whole day off from
I'm
work.
34 years old. Pride and dignity have left me
Yeah,
long
right.
ago.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it's fine.
Over it.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is because I'm still coughing. So I didn't want to cough
Oh.
as he's cutting me.
Oh,
and then
my
make
God.
this really worse. So the lady's in there. So the nurse practitioner, yeah,
Oh my god.
nurse practitioner
Speculum shoots
stayed.
out.
There
You
was
have
a-
2 vaginas. Sorry.
You'll shoot
You're
your
now,
own out.
yeah, you're now bleeding severely. You've lost a lot of blood. But the nurse practitioner stayed, and like the nurse stayed. He was there. They were looking for something else. So this other woman comes waltzing through the door. I don't think she necessarily
You gonna
saw
find
me.
treasure up there?
No, they had like a cart. They were looking for a certain tool.
Oh, not
Okay.
okay.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see,
they
I
weren't
see.
looking-
I misunderstood.
She
what you
wasn't
were-
in
what
there
they were looking
for. She wasn't in there for me. But I'm like, the amount of times the door opened and closed, I was like, man.
Thank goodness that table
Oh
facing
my
the
God.
opposite
Yes,
direction.
I'm like, thank God I'm behind the door, like no one can
Right.
see me. But and the doctor was like, I'm sure you have somewhere to be, to the nurse practitioner, because she's just as busy as the doctors, because
even
people
more
like
so
me
sometimes.
who want to get in
Or
there
better.
Right.
go in to see her, and they're like, oh, she always gets the really interesting cases, like me apparently. Like,
What did you think of the man?
he was really nice, and
Yeah.
they're like, he's the best.
Where's
He's gonna
gentle?
stitch you up. You'll never even know. I'm like, it's gonna be like a badge of honor, like instead of a badge. Like I made all these like funny little jokes.
Got jokes.
Yeah. So
I always had dudes.
Yeah.
Well,
Once
that's
I
the
got
thing
pregnant,
now.
I did.
Yeah.
Before I had females.
I always
And now I
like,
prefer my dude.
but it's like I know once like kids come into the picture, the odds of me getting
Right.
a male doctor are pretty great.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
My doctor delivered his daughter's kids. And I'm
Stop
like,
it.
wow.
Nope,
That would
nope.
be that. I'm
Nope.
sorry. I'm like that would be
Yeah.
weird.
That
I
is
just-
weird. I guess
But
a
here's the
vagina's
thing.
a vagina's a vagina.
But like,
Right.
do you want your dad? And
No.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna say those
fuck
words
that.
because that sounds
Yeah.
weird. But
Fuck that.
Fuck that. No,
I
that's
think-
yeah,
so
I just-
weird.
right?
Hard pass.
hard pass,
No.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, not no.
Not even
Awkward.
growing up with it. I don't think that I could get used to that.
No, never.
No.
No.
That's just some things just shouldn't be done. I think that's
I'm
one
thinking
of
of
them.
Yeah.
ways to justify it, and I can't.
No, same. I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
Well, maybe.
No.
If it was a
No.
C-section, I'd let him do the
yeah,
C-section.
for sure. Although you're still naked up there.
Oh yeah, true.
Boobies all out and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll let him
They don't
come
have
into
it
the room
covered?
after you're all covered,
And stand. Mm.
right?
Yeah.
How about you just come in when you're when the baby's out?
Oh, that's true.
In the
Yeah.
gown.
Just
You're
come
like-
in when the baby's out.
Yeah.
Just let me get all cleaned up,
Right.
baby's all cleaned up, then you come visit.
like
Yeah,
normal
yeah.
people.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
a normal person. Yeah. Love you, Dad, but no.
Right.
that much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's some things you shouldn't say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
weird.
So as you were saying,
Right, you're here, Taylor.
Katie, earlier in the show, that you work with animals. You're a veterinary technician,
Yes.
correct? Christmas is coming up. One question that I wanted to ask you, is there anything that pet owners should watch out for? Or what's like a common thing that you see this time of year in particular? Like are animals like choking on lights or
Very good question.
shit like that? Is there something that like you could tell our listeners that are pet owners to look
And
out
us,
for?
since we're all pet owners as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of things that, a lot of people probably already realize that they should not, leave out for their pet to get into. Chocolate is a big thing with dogs,
Yeah.
especially dark chocolate. Milk chocolate doesn't always have an effect on dogs.
Really?
And actually, chocolate actually, it only affects some dogs. But do you want to find out if it's your
Right.
dog who's
No.
going to,
Nope.
so that's
And
the
it
thing.
also
is-
probably depends on how much chocolate they're
It does, yeah. There is a ratio. There's actually an entire formula. When somebody calls in and says, my dog just got into this. Like, actually, for example, on Saturday, we had somebody call and say, my dog just ate a little bit of raisin bread. And I said, okay, bring the dog over immediately. So we gave a medication IV called apomorphine to make the dog immediately vomit. So we were able to do that. Then we ran blood work to make sure that whatever it had ingested, raisins and grapes, which, obviously they're the same thing, but they cause kidney failure in dogs.
Yeah.
So, that's a big thing. Also, just all year round, macadamia nuts are terrible. But yeah, I mean, this time of year, poinsettias for cats,
Yeah.
poinsettias are poisonous. Cats are the big ones to get into
Right.
like Christmas lights, like biting the
And, like,
the
tinsel?
strings, tinsel, anything that they can swallow and
Yeah.
basically
Remember my cat
become
like
an-
shitting out tinsel.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
happen the GI tract.
yeah,
Just
we've
like
It's a
Of course,
Christmas
your
cat.
cat would
Right.
Christmas cat would shit tinsel.
we've had a couple cats come in, with like hair ties and everything, and I mean it's like it's coming out. But you can't necessarily pull it out because what if it's wrapped around?
Right, right.
There are. I mean, you can give it a little tug, and if it's coming, great. But if it's if it's not coming, you
Don't
don't
force
pull.
it.
Yeah. So those are really the things to look into. But actually, there's another thing that I would like to bring up for you pet owners out there. This time of year, I mean, obviously today in the Pennsylvania tri-state area has been very mild outside. It's very warm today. We had a dog come in the other day who had and it was a puppy. It was a 9-week-old puppy, I believe. 9 or 10
little
weeks old.
guy.
Yeah.
Had an engorged tick
Oh,
tick on
really?
its ear. And so we pulled that tick off and there was another tick on top of that tick.
What?
It was crazy. It was really crazy. I'd
They
never
mate?
seen I don't think that that's what was happening. I think that it was just that, it was one tick with another
I
one.
see.
It was
Hitching a
almost,
ride.
Of course, way to go
Yeah.
there, Allison.
Yeah, the one was embedded and
I'm
the
going
other
to show
one
you
wasn't.
how it's done. When I'm done, latch on.
Yeah. But we're still seeing ticks. We're still seeing fleas. And a lot of people don't think that they need to treat their pets with flea and tick medication during the winter. And the past couple of years, our winters have been so mild,
Yeah.
and people come in and I mean, even mosquitoes. I had a mosquito bite on my ankle the other day, like 2 days ago. I'm itching and I'm like, what the fuck?
hell?
So heartworm prevention, flea and tick prevention are so good to do all year round religiously just to save your pet from, disease and from it'll save you money.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
don't want to spend the money on prevention, but then when they come down with Lyme disease or
Right.
heartworm disease, that's a lot of money to treat them. So might as well prevent it before even happening. So,
Actually, gave Finn his heartworm and flea and tick today.
I gave Mumford his Simparica. Yeah. Mumford gets the Pro Heart injection for heartworms, which is a 6-month long. So I don't even have to worry about it. He gets it every 6 months. Honestly, I get it for free where I work.
I was
Pro
going to ask
Heart-
that question.
Yes. That's the only reason that I use that product. If we got Interceptor, which is what Finn is
Yeah,
taking,
that's what Finn's like. Yep.
I would rather give that to Mumford because that has more of an intestinal parasite coverage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It does 4 intestinal parasites as well as the heartworm, and the Pro Heart only does 1 intestinal parasite. So, it's a better coverage, and intestinal parasites honestly are out there all year round too, and whipworms are a big one, and Interceptor Plus is the one that covers the whipworm. So that's a great product.
They don't pay us.
Yeah,
They don't
that's
nope.
right. They don't pay us.
None of these companies are involved
But they're
with
the best.
Actually, So, the whole oils that are really
Essential
big, Young
oils?
Living.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dogs are dying from these oils.
From
in the
yeah,
diffusers.
yes. People are buying diffusers, and there are some that will affect dogs. Honestly, I do
Thieves.
not know which ones are.
Thieves
Thieves,
is
yes,
bad
that's-
for dogs.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
my sister has a diffuser that she had in work, and she was gonna use that because it's good, like if you're not feeling well,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
cleanse the air. But it's bad for dogs. And I had Finn with me, and she was like, "Oh God!" And she like literally just put the drops in and like had it on for like 2 seconds, and then she immediately unplugged it and was like, "I can't."
Mhm.
Yeah, you gotta
Finn's
do
here,
your
it's bad
research
for-
with all the oils because a lot of them you can't use with kids with certain ages, or you can use with kids over a certain age but not under a certain age. Some you can't use topically, but you can diffuse. I mean, you just have to be really careful, as well as the quality of oils that you're using, because some of them are just shit.
Not as good, yeah.
Right,
No, some of
right.
them are crap.
Yeah.
Um,
doTERRA is probably the best
Yeah, they're
company that I've heard of.
yeah, their quality is probably the highest.
Right.
With others that are really close to them, I mean, Young Living's good too. Plant Therapy is decent.
We found one.
Like,
well,
don't buy the ones at Walmart, guys.
Yeah,
Just
no.
don't do it.
Or my mom sent us one for Finn. It's called Peaceful Pup,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a little roll on, and you're just supposed to put it on like his toy or like his bone or something, like because Finn's scared of fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
And this year was really bad because 4th of July was in the middle of the week, so it was like fireworks all week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like really the only thing he's like deathly afraid
Is
of.
he scared of thunder?
Not really.
No,
Not
just
really.
fireworks.
Like just fireworks. And like if he heard like a gunshot in the back somewhere,
Do you
it
hear
sounds
gunshots
like the same thing.
frequently?
No, but like
Yeah.
car backfires, like that kind of popping
Like
noise.
the loud, sudden
He'll
noises.
disappear and he'll be like in the bedroom just shaking.
Oh,
a bed.
poor
Thing.
guy.
So, but what we do is we just put a little bit on his bone, and he'll take his bone around with him and just chill. And just chill.
Yeah.
But wasn't orange peel one of the bad ones that was bad for it too?
I don't remember.
I thought there was.
There's probably more than one for sure. But that was a little roll on, so I just put a little on my hands, and then you just pet their back a little bit, let them smell it a little bit, and pet their backs, and
I feel like it's like a pheromone type of a thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it seemed to help him. So,
Yeah. I would love to try that for Mumford. He is deathly afraid of a lot more things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Poor little guy.
Well, great job this week, ladies.
Thank you.
Excellent. Katie, thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely.
You're our
Thanks.
first official
Yeah.
guest. I mean,
Cool.
John was here, but he was kind of a fill-in.
He was a fill-in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the
So
first one
we'll
here
give
with
you
the whole
credit.
gang.
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Hope
Go
to have
away,
you back
John.
again.
Love you, John.
I actually cut John's daughter's hair.
Oh, did you?
Oh.
She's super cute.
Maddie.
So cute. I
love
you, Mom. The whole time. It's like, oh my God.
We had dinner with them real quick. And I'm just one of those really awesome aunts. And
Not to brag or anything.
no, because this is like John gave me a death stare. I started singing, I like to move it. And his daughters had never heard the song. They never watched Madagascar. And they're both going around, I like to move it. And
Well,
I
thank
just
you
keep
for that for
dancing
years to
every
come.
time. And I was like, Robin, are they going to remember this song tomorrow? And she's like, yup. Yeah. And I was like, sorry.
And the next day, and the next
John
day,
just like was
and the
looking
next
at me,
day.
and I was just like dancing, like living it up. But it was cute because when we went to leave, Maddie was like, "But I don't want you to go, Aunt Jackie.
Oh.
Can you stay a little while longer, please?"
She's so
like,
cute. Her little
can't.
voice.
But it was cute because even Bree, like, I was sitting on the floor doing puzzles, and she literally squatted down next to me, and she said, "I love you, Aunt Jackie." And I was
That's
like,
Did
so
you just start
cute.
crying?
"Oh my
Yeah.
God, I love you too."
I can't wait until my
So-
nieces are old enough to say that type of
Yeah.
shit to me. You
It was
adorable
a
bastards.
very happy Saturday night. for me.
love you.
Jackie gets I love yous and hugs, and I'm still on the high five
Yeah.
stage. But that's
Yeah.
okay. I'm
Okay.
totally okay with it because I love the high five.
You gotta
There's
get
also
on the floor.
their
You gotta
nieces
get
too.
on their level.
If
and
you
play with
had
them.
if you had nephews, or when you have nephews, hopefully, it'll be your turn to
Oh
like
yeah.
play and talk
Yeah.
sports and throw balls and
My nieces
wrestle. and all that
love
shit.
Taylor because he can lift them up and they can touch the ceiling, and
Aw.
I can't do that.
Not even close.
And I'm like, my turn. I want to touch the
Yeah.
ceiling. So, all right. Well, it was a great show.
Yeah.
Well,
Happy December,
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, we are in full swing, guys.
Full swing for the holidays.
Bye.